Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the State of Hawaii 2-year pilot photo enforcement program. Statewide, between 2015 and 2020, there have been 1,879 crashes as a result of red light and other traffic signal violations, some of these involving both serious injury and/or death. Between 2015 and 2019, county police throughout Hawaii issued 20,885 violations to motorists for disregarding red light traffic signals. In this presentation, we will cover the enforced locations, system components, how an incident is captured, incident processing, violator options, and finally a Q&A page with a website for more information. This slide has an image of the 14 proposed locations throughout the island. If you zoom in, you can see the different locations. At the top of the screen, we have an image of the photo enforcement system itself. The system contains high-resolution still image cameras, an advanced 3D HD radar, which can cover an entire intersection. It is also lane discriminatory, so it can detect which lane a vehicle is in. It can also cover multiple violations at the same time and track multiple vehicles at once. There is a high-resolution video camera, which will provide a 12-second video for each incident that is captured. And finally, an LED flash for low light pollution. This will have very little disruption for the driving motorists as well as the public around. We'll talk a little bit about how the system itself works. The radar will detect the vehicle entering the intersection on a red light. The safety camera system will be activated to record the violation, which will include the still images as well as a 12-second video. In the bottom left-hand corner, you will see an image of the photo enforcement warning sign, which will be placed before every intersection. On the top right, you'll see that the camera is a single-pole system, which is located behind the violation line. That system will capture image number 1, which will show the vehicle behind the violation line, this being the white stop bar. The light is now red. It will then capture image number 2 as the vehicle continues beyond the violation line, with that signal still being red. We will then pull a license plate image from that second image, which will show the license plate of the vehicle, which we use to get the registration information for that vehicle's owner. This is a sample for image number 1 that I spoke of. At the top, we'll see a data bar, which is part of the image. It'll have the location code, as well as the location in plain English. It has a date, time, the lane number of the offending vehicle, the vehicle's speed, the length of time the light has been red, and the length of the yellow light time. So in this image, we'll see that that vehicle is currently behind the white violation line. We can see that the light is red. We then have image number 2, shows the light has now been red for 1.21 seconds. The vehicle has continued beyond the violation line, still facing a red light. We then have a zoomed-in photograph showing the registration information for that vehicle. And finally, the 12-second video show the light cycle to yellow, now red, and the vehicle will continue through the intersection. You can see there's cross traffic on the left as well as pedestrians in the intersection. So to recap, for violation capture, there's 3 elements that must be present for the system to commence capture of the incident. The signal must be red. The red phase must be red for at least 1/10 of a second or greater, which we call a grace period. The radar must detect the vehicle behind the violation line when the light has turned red. One of the questions that we get is if we are traveling through an intersection and you're stopped due to traffic and you're in the intersection when the light turns red, will I get a photo enforcement citation? The answer is no. You must be behind the violation line when the light turns red and then enter the intersection on a red light in order for the system to trigger. We'll talk a little bit about the event flow, what happens when an incident occurs. In the lower left-hand corner, that incident is captured. The system will then package up the data for that incident, as well as the still images and the 12-second video. That is sent to our servers via a VPN correction. We then have a multi-tier processing. Review of number 1, being the first employee, will take a procedures manual which is set by the client in the Honolulu Police Department. This sets the guidelines for what is or is not a good violation. This usually requires that they will see the vehicle behind the line and the light is red. Image number 2 will have the vehicle continue through the intersection on a red light, and then the 12-second video being clear and a clear shot of the license plate. If it meets all that criteria, it is then passed on to a second QA stage. The second employee will review and make sure that the first employee did their job correctly. They will then compare the DMV information for that vehicle, make sure that we have a license plate, vehicle make and model match. If everything appears correct, it will be sent on to the police department for review. The Honolulu Police Department will review each and every incident, and they are the final determination of whether or not a violation did or did not occur. If he or she determines that a violation did not occur, they can reject the incident and is removed from the system. If the officer feels that a violation did occur, they can approve the incident, which will then create a notice generation. All approved notices will be sent out and mailed to the violator within 10 days from the time of capture. Upon receiving that notice, they will have the copy of the citation, which will also include an online portal they can go to see larger images, as well as a 12-second video of their violation. There's also a facts and questions page and a payment portal, which will connect them to the court for further processing. Again, that violator will have a website you can go to. This is just some sample images. On the bottom left, you'll see those larger incidents or larger images, number 1, 2, and 3. They can click on each one and go to full size. We then also have that 12-second video, which they can make full size in case they weren't sure if they ran the violation. You can also go and connect to the court's website, and that allows you to pay your violation if you so choose. And then there will be a facts and questions pages along with a call center phone number if you need more information. And finally, at the top of the page, we have that website you can go to for more information, and we appreciate your time.